Welcome back to Unscripted here on New Hope Online. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Unscripted is coming to you every Wednesday afternoon at 12:30 live, and today we are live. Sometimes we do pre-recorded conversations, but today we are coming at you live. So if you are watching us and you want to comment, please feel free to comment below. We have moderators that will try and speak with you along the way. And we may even acknowledge if you got a question or something, that would be awesome. But whatever it is, feel free to dive into those comments. Also, remember to share this with some people, share it with some friends, tell some friends about it, let them know what we're talking about. We have some great things to talk about, and today is no different, of course. And also today, we have a very special guest. She is an amazing and welcomed addition to the church staff here at New Hope, and we want to bring her on right now, Paton Cadwallader. So if we can bring Paton in. Hey, Paton, how are you?
I'm good, Chris. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for being here and talking with us. I want to let people know, first of all, what you're doing here with the staff, because you wear so many hats. And you've been given so many roles, and I feel like there's just a plethora of things that you do. And I want you to share with us what it is that you're doing right now.
Okay. I'm a month in, so I am still absorbing a lot and just thrilled to be a part of it. My title is technically Director of Connect and Grow, so it's focused on just connecting people at the church, which is just so important, especially now with the pandemic. I feel like it is the true heart of the church, just getting people in relationships together, praying for each other, being support groups, Bible studies, small groups, adult studies, and then also I'm over children's ministry too. So that's really exciting. We've got a great team there. The ladies are wonderful and doing so much great work. And we just kicked off our VBS registration. So we're getting excited about that. So lots of great things happening there too.
What about VBS? Because, we are not even close to summertime, but before we know it, it's going to be here. And I know a lot of people are thinking about, what are we going to do this summer? And VBS is always an option. And we didn't have it last summer, of course. Well, we did a kind of a variation on it. But what's the plan for the summer?
We're really excited. It's going to be a little bit different here at New Hope this year. It's going to be June 21st through 24th, so Monday through Thursday. It's going to be in the evenings. So that's a little different for us. It used to be during the daytime. So we're trying to make something that's going to be accessible and open to as many people as possible. We're going to have a dinner component to make it easy on the families. We're going to try to do like a grab and go dinner from 5:30 to 6:30. That'll be like a reservations kind of thing. So if you're coming from work, grab the kids, come, we'll have dinner prepared for you. And then from 6:30 to 8:30 will be the Vacation Bible School portion. So it's just going to be so much fun and music and Bible stories and crafts. And it's always a great time and it flies by. And then Friday is a concert on the lawn here at church. So we're going to invite the families to come back and worship with us that way as well. So it's going to be a great, fun week.
It's always a fun time. And I'm so glad that we get to come back into an in-person style setting. And evening VBSs to me are like crazy fun, just because everybody's got so much energy and there's not a lot of downtime. To me, in the daytime VBSs, there's a lot of downtime, and in the evenings it's just like go 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 go, very energetic.
It's going to be a blur, but it's going to be a fun, awesome blur.
Awesome. Yeah. So in your Connect and Grow part of your role, what have you been focused on, I guess, doing first off and foremost? Any kind of new series or anything like that?
Right now, just trying to really take the temperature of all the groups here. Just some groups have had to change, become hybrid or Zoom based. Some groups had kind of paused for a little bit with the pandemic and are just starting to come back and kick off. So getting the temperature of everything there, offering support to all the groups that are here. We've got some groups, I know the Bible study that I do, we're kicking off a new study tomorrow on Sermon on the Mount. There's a group coming up that's going to start a Revelation study. I know some have done studies through our Right Now Media platform, which is an awesome way. There's so many great studies that you can do there for individuals, for families, for groups. I think somebody mentioned an Easter study there that's been really great. So just trying to make sure we're here supporting everybody. But, our ultimate goal is to launch new groups and to do new studies and bring people in and just help them to go deeper with their faith. It's a great way to do that. So
with the hybrid studies and the people sort of still wanting to stay at home or at least do their studies from home, do you think it's going to be a challenge to get everybody back out again or start to doing in person again? Or should we go ahead and accept that this is just another avenue for us to do these type of connected groups?
I think it's a beautiful tool when we need it. Like for the pandemic, it helped us stay connected. It helps us do things, or when people move away and we still want to be connected. But I think you can't compare with the in-person connections that you can make with people. I think when you are comfortable and ready to be back on campus in a safe way, just being there together, praying together for each other, just being able to ask questions. And to me, there's just something more intimate about being in person and doing it. But we want to honor everybody and make sure they feel safe, and that, that's why we've got a lot of creative things happening so that we can make sure that everybody's got what they need right now.
And you've been coming to this church for a long time member. Your family has been very much involved in this church. And as a person now who is coordinating and directing the sort of just what connect groups can do and how they can get together, how important is it to a person coming to church is a connect group, is that sort of nucleus of friends and community? How important is that from your own experience?
It is so important. To me, it's where you find your family, your people. When we first joined the church, it was 20 years ago. And we had one son at the time. I was pregnant with our second son, and we joined a group where I would say on average, the people were probably 20 years older than us, 20 to 30 years older than us, but they were so welcoming, and they just brought us in and made us just feel loved, and they were wonderful mentors for us in our faith journeys. That was really critical in my growth. And then later, when our three sons were born, we got involved in an adult Bible study class that was called the Fish Group. And those are still my go-to people. If something comes up and I have prayer requests or something, they're the ones that are there loving me, supporting me, even though that group has disbanded because our kids got so busy and activities happened. We all kind of had to move in different directions. But and then the women I am in a Bible study with today, like I had surgery in December. They were the ones bringing me meals and praying for me and loving on me. And, in a church this size, you don't want anyone to fall through the cracks. And this is the way of making sure that we get you connected and loved on in the way that Jesus wants us to be there for each other.
Is there any sort of concepts for like newer groups to start? I've got a question, actually, somebody asked right here on the platform today. Will there be a singles group? Has that come up at all?
We would like to be able to do groups for everybody. I am open if somebody has a study they want to do and they want to tie some people in and they're willing to get it started, we can do it. They can email me and we'll find the right tools for them and the right support and make sure we've got the space that they need. We're just still definitely in the beginning phases of getting all that kind of stuff done, because I know I'd like to do more, for young adults and have some groups with that. So there's definitely a lot of great ideas we're brainstorming right now, but we are open to anything. And we'll make it happen.
And it takes a lot of work for people to just get it going too, because you can only do so much. You have the capability of providing the resources and the coordination of it, but it also takes a village to make it work too, right?
It does. Yeah. And I've been blessed because I come into this role, there's a Connect and Grow team, and the people on the team are amazing, and they've got a great heart for this. And so thankfully I have great resources there. And just everybody here on staff has been so wonderful too. So, but it takes a team, and that team, we need to branch out and get new leaders and get new groups started because we can't all be in the same place. So yeah, it's definitely something that, we want to come alongside everybody and support them, but we need to have others come out and show that they're interested, and we'll get them started.
Let me ask you this. 10 years ago, did you see yourself sitting on staff at a church doing this?
I don't know. Honestly, Chris, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 22 years. So my life during that time frame was volunteering at church and at my kids' schools. I mean, that was my passion. And I've touched on a little bit of everything here at New Hope. But groups was definitely a passion for me. It was where I got fed. It was where I got connected, where I got supported and edified. And for the last 5 years, I would say, I've been thinking about wanting a job. And I just kind of felt like the more I prayed about it, the more God was like, just, wait. I felt like I was kind of in limbo for a while. And then when this opportunity opened up, it made sense. Like everything kind of came together, and it was a beautiful thing for me because I felt like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I want to be. So It's been great.
That's awesome.
I'll start crying if I keep going more. So.
That's okay. That's all right. No, it's very interesting because I think, like you, I mean, I was just doing another thing at the time and had, never even, I'd done a lot of volunteering and wanted to get involved in as much things as possible at church, but I never really considered myself as being a staff person. But then when the opportunity came, it was just like, wow, this makes sense. It does make sense. So I totally get it. And we are blessed that the Holy Spirit worked in you to have it make sense because you're doing an amazing job. And I just think that what you've just added to this environment has just been wonderful. So we are so blessed that you're here doing this. Let me ask you this. Coming into what you know now, and you're still trying to get acclimated with everything and sort of go through the motions of how things are done and work and what you have to do to get to a certain point and certain goals that you want to achieve in the role that you're doing in. What is like a big, I guess, dream that you have right now for what you're doing and what you would like to see the church be?
Wow. I am super excited to have come on staff at a time where I feel like God is doing great things here at New Hope. Being a part of that 24/7 prayer room and the bold vision and just seeing how the Holy Spirit was really talking to all of us. Like, it's time to be bold. It's time to get creative. It's time to share our faith stories and to just be in unity together. I'm almost afraid to dream because I feel like it's going to be too small. I feel like God has big plans for us, and I just want to not get in the way. I just want to make sure that we are, along for the ride, and just kind of see where it goes, because I really think there's so much potential for things to explode in ways that we don't even understand yet. And I just don't want my own human limits of being like, oh, that seems a little much. It's going to be stressful. I don't know. I don't want to get in my own way. Like, I feel like, I just have to keep praying that the Holy Spirit guides me every day and we just follow that direction, because I feel like we're on the verge of something really exciting, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
And I have to give you kudos too, because as much as I think we're doing great things here, and we have these plans to do even bigger things and follow God's path, this is a really awkward time in our culture and in the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like what we're doing and how we're doing it, we are up against like great odds, but somehow we're persevering. And I think that's all that matters, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, no, we might be up against great odds, but we have a greater God. Like, there's definitely, we're on the horizon of something wonderful. I just truly sense that, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. And I just feel like these groups could just grow in ways that are just exponential, where we get everybody. It would be my dream to get everybody in the church connected to a small group, to just and the small groups can look different ways. Like we have so many wonderful fresh expressions, like the basketball church, or there's just where they're doing devotion and being together and supporting each other. It doesn't have to be, a Sunday morning Bible study. It can look very different from, what we maybe think of, and just still find a way to connect together and help each other and support each other.
I think one of my favorite, I will say the moment that I really figured out what small groups and connect groups were all about, and in having a family and community, was when my wife and I had our first out. The small group that we were involved in started bringing us dinners.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what are you doing? They're like, no, we want to. We want to make sure that you're taken care of.
Right.
And I think we need more people like that, right?
We do. Absolutely. Because those are the people that know what's going on day to day in your life, where we as the church don't always know what's happening in people's lives. And that's the way for us all just to be that support, to be the hands and feet of Jesus. So,
if people want to get in touch with you, the best way to do it is through email.
Yeah, my email is paton@findnewhope.com, and my name's a little unique, so it's Paton. I know Jackie's throwing that up on the screen, but yeah, I would love to get emails and help get people connected. So that is my dream.
And there's not a dumb question, is there?
No, never.
So ask you,
because I'm asking a lot. As the new staff person, I'm asking a lot of questions. So it's all good.
Well, I just say that because I know a lot of people, this is new to them. A lot of people that have maybe stepped into the church for the first time are getting to know what church is all about. They're like, what is it? I don't understand this. And that's why I try to relate that story, because I'm like, once you get to know what a connect group's all about, they become your friends. And when people have questions about maybe starting a new group, or would this be good for our church, there's not a dumb question out there.
No. And I mean, we are going to try to start some studies too. So maybe if somebody's not quite ready to jump into a group that, maybe a group that meets for 6 weeks and does a study together might be an easy way for them to just kind of get started and see if it's something for them and if they like it. So that's definitely something that our team is trying to put together. And I think in the fall, we're hoping to do like a church-wide study, which could launch a lot of new groups and get people started. And just, but like I said, I'm open to anything, and email me and we'll figure it out. Like, there'll be a way.
You were recently involved in helping setting up the prayer stations that is located in our courtyard right now. Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I think that's awesome.
It really is. It was an idea that generated at the church. I don't know, before I even got on staff, I know you guys were talking about it. And I just have to give kudos to the women that I'm in the Bible study with, because they are the ones who physically cut the wood and painted it and got it ready. And there's just some amazing ladies in my Bible study that went above and beyond to create these silhouettes that are in the courtyard. And they're beautiful. And they just really, they walk you through Jesus's crucifixion, the resurrection story. And it's just a great way to really, there's so much that leads up to Easter. And it's just a great way to really stop and reflect on every important aspect of it. And I know that now we've got the QR code up and running, and people can come to the courtyard and they can do that, and they can listen. And at each station, we talk about the Garden of Gethsemane. We talk about Simon helping him carry the cross when Jesus is beaten and put the crown of thorns on his head. And I think it just will really make it come alive. And it'll be a time where you can just do it at your own convenience and reflect and meditate on all that it means. So yeah, I think I love that we've done it. I think it's a great thing.
And people can come anytime they want to, right?
That's the beauty of it, because it's in the courtyard. You can come up at any time. All you need is your phone to scan the QR code and listen, and just, take your time and go through each of the stations. And,
That's amazing.
Yeah. It'll be a great thing, I think, just to reflect and meditate and pray and just really draw closer to Jesus.
So VBS June 21st through 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need anything? Do you need volunteers?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. To make VBS successful, we need a ton of volunteers. Just because we need to make sure that we've got everything running smoothly for the crafts, the tech stuff, the music, leaders, Bible story, small group guides. I mean, there's just so many components of it, and we hope to have a lot of children. I know in the past we've had 300 to 500 kids. So to make that happen, you've got to have a lot of volunteers on hand. And even, of course, we would love for you to come Monday through Thursday and stay the whole time and help us, but we're going to need people helping with meals. We're going to need people the Sunday before doing setup. There's a volunteer form out there. We'll be happy to take whatever you can give. And it's not just adults. I mean, kids, I think VBS runs through 6th grade. So beyond that, youth, middle school, high school youth that want to come and get some hours, it would be a great way to serve. And it's fun. I mean, I know talk about volunteering and working, but this is fun. It's exciting. It's just a great time. So yeah, if you haven't done it before, come give it a chance. It's awesome.
And if you haven't done it before, yes, definitely, you need to do it. But we missed out on last year doing it in person, and I'm like itching at the seams. I want to be in person and experience this high energy that VBS is all about, and I know a lot of kids missed that last year. We were looking forward to it, couldn't do it, and I know it was a big disappointment. So hopefully a lot of them will come out this year for that.
I hope so. And it is high energy. The songs are great. It's hard not to be, jumping up and down and dancing around when you're there. Like, it's just full joy. So
I love how VBS worships. I do. It's my preferred worship. I'll be honest with you.
I love it too. I love it. It's
love
awesome.
the fun and jumping up and down and dancing, and it's just a really great way to just praise and worship God, and I just get so much out of it. I probably get more out of it than the kids do. I don't know.
I absolutely do every year. No, it's one of my favorite weeks. It's awesome. So yeah.
How do parents go about registering their kids for VBS at this point, or can they yet?
Yes, absolutely, they can. This week we put out on Facebook, on our New Hope Kids page, the registration link. We sent it out church-wide too. So, and I know Jackie's thrown it up there. So there's an online registration form that you can sign up all your kids. There's an online volunteer form that you can sign up as well. We're asking if people are interested in doing the meals, so they just kind of check the box right now. We don't need exact reservations by day. Just let us know if you're interested in more information on that, so that when it comes closer to the time, we can get it to them. But yeah, it's out there. We're getting, it's becoming official. We're making it happen. So
awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm. What else do you want to talk about today? Is there anything else coming up that you would like to get out onto the street right now?
Mm-hmm.
I think we pretty much covered everything.
I was going to say, I hope I'm not missing anything. I would feel bad.
I just wanted to make sure, because I know there's just so many things going on right now. And the big story, of course, is that Easter is coming up. There is the prayer stations out there, and Holy Week is around the corner, and there's so many things going on next week. But I don't want to put it out of people's minds that summer is right around the corner, and VBS is coming up, and it's going to be absolutely cool. And yeah, of course, you are doing an amazing job, and we're so blessed to have you. And I want to encourage anybody that's out there that is not in a Connect group to get in touch with you and talk about
Please
it. You might get into they never thought before in their life and be completely blessed with some brand new friends. So
yeah, absolutely. Please reach out. I would love to, help make that connection for you. So.
Well, thank you for joining us today on Unscripted. I'm glad you could do so today at such short notice, and I really want the opportunity to share who you are with anybody that's watching. And don't forget, if you are watching, to share this with others. If you heard something today and you know that person right now who's not connected, and you know their life would change if they were connected, you know what? This is a great resource for them, and a great opportunity for them to get in touch with Paton, and their life could turn around. Things are just great like that. And hopefully somebody will be watching that sees that. So, all right, Paton, thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris. It was fun. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Unscripted today. And join us next Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. We will be here. We'll have another guest with us. And I just want to remind you, be safe, be smart, and be of God. Have a wonderful day.